Ready. Play.
So yeah, I think we were reminded today that it's 13 months since your last final. That came in Troyes, although I'm probably saying it wrong, in France. What do you remember about that final?
I mean, I remember this one was quite tricky because you can see the score, but I remember that I was in the second set I was 5-2 down, and the third one I think was the same.
Okay.
I was able to come back, but in the end, couldn't close it. But Gabriel that match actually played really well. So he was serving big, playing aggressive. So he deserved it one.
But it was a tough loss. Must have been 7-5 in the third.
Yeah, it was really tough, especially I'd come back 2 times and then didn't really play it in the tough moments good, so it was a bit pity one.
But today you did.
Today
Did
I
you
did.
think about that final at all today?
This one I'm not really thinking.
Okay.
There's been a lot of matches during the year which I think more than this one actually.
Really? Yeah, so we're just having a look now at the last 12 months. Borges. Of course, Borges goes on to take the title there in
Yeah.
Bastard, beating Nadal in the final. Yeah. Did you watch that tournament thinking, I wouldn't mind playing Rafa?
I would play him only in case of
In the final,
so,
yeah.
It was quite tough, but you never know.
I was there in Porto. Holmgren, I think, took the title in Porto.
Yeah, August played this week quite tough. I think he played maybe 10 tiebreaks and won all of them. So yeah,
How do you feel about hard court in general?
In general, by results, you can see that I play a bit better on clay court. But the thing is, since I was in Spain, I used to practice a lot and play just way more on clay court. That's why also results seems a bit more better. But the thing is, I also can play on hard court quite well. I passed 3 times qualies on Grand Slams.
Yeah, US Open, Australia.
US Open, Australia. So yeah, it's not really always feeling comfortable there. Maybe especially big guys who serve big. But now, I'm getting there. I practice now way more indoor on hard court. I improve serve, feeling better inside the court. So now it's not a big deal.
Also, just under a year ago, you were in the first round of the US Open. Obviously, you come through qualies there. 3 tough battles, it looks like, with those 3 setters, and then you come up against Hubert Hurkacz in the first round. What was that like?
And yeah, this quali was really tricky. I didn't really play good tennis at all, but I just was fighting every point, grinding like a dog. And this one was really tough. And then I also actually think I get a bit sick after passing qualis, had some temperature. So and then you play guy like Hubert. You have to be full. Otherwise, also,
what was his serve like?
Actually, against who I played in all my career, I think it was tough to serve for me.
Okay.
The thing is, you cannot really read it, and he gives you quite a good percentage. You just it's tough to return, especially in New York. It was quite fast and was hot the day, so I was jumping all around the baseline.
So then, obviously, seeing out the year, quite a few losses here. Mahatch in Almaty in the 250, also losing in Lisbon early. So it was a tough second I see there's not too many matches here. How was your health in the latter part of last year?
Everything was fine, but just we decided my coach to finish season quite early and to go to do longer pre-season.
Okay.
Maybe in the end it was maybe even too long. I did quite a really long one. So, but in the end we did a good job, improved many things.
Yeah.
And then actually maybe, once you improve many things, you kind of get high expectations. Which okay, now I go and everything will be quite easy and job gonna be done by myself.
But then you get to Australia. That's a long way to go to lose first round qualies,
then,
right?
You start to play you don't get any confidence and you kind of lose your rhythm. You don't know what should I grind, should I play fast. It was tough start of the year, and in general, the year been quite tough until this moment, actually.
So you're not going to be doing that again, you don't think? This big gap at the end of the year?
No, actually, the thing is, I did it even twice, because last year I did it because of preseason, and the year before I took quite a long break. Mm-hmm. I was moving from Spain, and I was trying to find a new coach and new facility, so I had first decided to take a long break to recover and to see what I want to do. So yeah, actually already twice during the last 2 years I have a quite big gap. Almost all November not playing for sure, and December, so yeah.
But then the first few months of this year, again, quite a few early-ish losses. I see a quarter-final here in Greece, but but there's not too many deep runs here. Again, quarterfinal again in Girona, but you couldn't quite get past this quarterfinal stage until this week, of course.
No, you're right. I mean, here sounded like a bit bright spot. These two tournaments in Girona, I was playing some good
Bucharest,
tennis. And in Bucharest, like tough loss against Stan. I mean,
what was it like against Stan, by the way, as a player and as a legend of the sport?
First, of course, yeah, you have like a little bit this picture, like he's the Grand Slam champion, and you kind of a bit maybe like respect him even too much. But then you're like, I mean, with all my respect to Stan, he's not that young anymore. I mean, still it's one of the best backhands on tour. Like, I mean, if you stay backhand cross, you have no chance. You have to move him. Yeah. It was like the plan was just to move him as much as I can. And I had chance since first set I was 5-3 to close it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so like I had few matches where like I had to close it and like to get the win, and this one could also change the dynamic of the year, but didn't happen. So yeah, then again, not another quarterfinal, we can see.
Yeah, that must be a challenger in Rome, is it? Yes,
Exactly.
of course. Yeah. So you got the quarterfinal there before losing to Neymar. Neymar, by the way, I saw him in the back end of last year in Spain. You know, when he's on fire, he's a really tricky opponent, I think.
He's tough to play.
Yeah. You've had a couple of matches with Ben Malper, I see this year. I think 2 losses, is that right?
I don't like him.
Okay.
No, I'm joking. I mean, also, then you play Ben, you know, he's really tricky one. You never know what's going to happen on court, especially if he's on the mood, you know?
Yeah.
Like, serve big backhand and still, like, really good touch on the net, so it's tough.
Of course, your ranking right now means you're not going to be in qualies for the US Open, right? So you've had lots of. I mean, you were ranking obviously good enough in Paris this year because you were in the qualies there before losing to Van Asch in the second round. But yeah, your rank has obviously slipped over the course of the year. That you're.
I mean, yeah, then like you don't make any results during 12 months, your ranking obviously drops.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like I had a little bit of pressure because like I was feeling like I need to get points, but at the same time not winning matches, and it was like quite tough period. And then I was like, okay, I mean, it's not gonna be first time, and when I skip a Grand Slam qualies, which is obviously disappointing.
Yeah, when was the last time you didn't play a Grand Slam qualies?
I didn't play last year in Roland Garros.
Okay.
I didn't play because like also I dropped a lot.
So then, but there's been like 3 or 4 Grand Slams in a row. I can see Wimbledon here, second round qualies, losing to blocks.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about the grass? We spoke about the hard. What about grass for you?
I mean, grass is actually fun. Like, I mean, in general, you can see players in qualies, you know, there is not anyone who really used
But
to
is that
it.
your only grass court tournament?
Yeah, I didn't play.
Yeah.
I mean, last year I lost in third round, and grass is quite tricky. The thing is, if you can find the movement there, and just like smack every ball as hard as you can.
But you can't run around for the forehand as often as you can on clay.
No, I mean, there you have to stay backhand, but also like the bounces are quite low, which is not that difficult to play.
What was this retirement about in Finland, by the way?
I mean, I just had a little bit problem with my right shoulder, which
Okay.
still can be tricky. It depends on the balls, so like sometimes also like a bit.
And then bringing it pretty much to the present, I was in Hagen last week.
Yeah.
Hanfman, another one of these losses where the other guy goes on to win the title.
Yeah.
He was number 1 seed and probably the favourite, I think, for that title. Maybe not number 1 seed, but he was certainly very near there last week. And obviously, again, it's a really tough one. 8-6 in the deciding set tiebreak.
Yeah, I had match point on 5-3 serving.
Ooh.
And yeah, as you can see, tiebreak like 8-6. So
Yeah.
But you know, like after that loss, I mean, obviously I was pissed about the loss, but I felt quite good about getting the fight, like to play more than 2.5 hours against Yannick, you know, tough opponent, and like to at least get in the fight. I mean, it was a nice feeling. So I was like, I knew that I'm getting.
So you didn't feel bad after the loss, or not too bad?
I felt bad, but I was like, okay, this is something which I can work on.
Bring
Not
it to
just
bond.
like not just like illusion. Like okay, but what's next?
Okay.
So this one felt promising.
And then just one word on your week here so far.
Yeah,
So now you're in the
exactly.
final.
Yeah. So this one helps actually. I mean, but also like now, then I was serving 6-5, and like I didn't win from first match point. I was like, I cannot do it twice in a row.
Okay, right, yeah.
would be
Yeah, because you
tough.
didn't get it done on the first match point, you got it done on the second today, right?
So I
Yeah.
was like, next one, I have to close it.
Yeah, if it had got to deuce, that would have
You
been.
never know. Then it's tiebreak. I mean, it still wasn't over, but
No.
could change also the like, dynamic of the game. so-
Definitely, yeah. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Cheers. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.